Oh, there's no Epstein list? I guess that whole case is solved now. Good evening and welcome to We Lied to You News, our top story. The DOJ and FBI have officially concluded there is no Epstein list, along with the fact that he definitely killed himself and didn't have blackmail on any prominent figures. Now for the details. After years of struggle and speculation, now you, the public, can finally have a sense of closure on the Epstein case. And we'd like to thank the DOJ and FBI for finally getting to the bottom of it and solving the case. Job well done. We'll all sleep better at night knowing that justice is being served, by way of no justice being needed. But what are the details? And believe it or not, there's actually a little controversy surrounding these official conclusions. We can start on this line of the FBI's official conclusion. This systemic review revealed no incriminating client list. Now, some people in the public who are unhinged enough to think the earth is round and birds are real still actually believe there is a client list. They, for some reason, believe what they were told by people leading the investigation, like Attorney General Pam Bondi.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
You might be asking, what list was on her desk? Answer, the list that doesn't exist. That should clarify that. And FBI Director Kash Patel signed off on the conclusion that there is no Epstein list. Here he is talking about releasing the list that doesn't exist.
Well, the Epstein Black Book, like on day one.
On day one, roll out the Black Book.
And the list he speaks of in the form of the Black Book turns out not to exist. Specifically, the Black Book of Ghislaine Maxwell's that contains names of 2,000 people, including world leaders, celebrities, and businessmen, that was kept a secret in the court deal also doesn't exist. And Vice President J.D. Vance also backs up the FBI's conclusion by confirming there's no Epstein list. Here you can see him talking about the non-existence of it.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
With the FBI solving the mystery of this crime, we can now see that Epstein's large-scale criminal sex trafficking ring only ever involved two people, Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Nobody else, and both of them have been arrested. Moving along, here's Pam Bondi talking about tens of thousands of videos of Epstein involving children.
The FBI, they're reviewing, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children.
While there's conclusively no list, is it possible that in these tens of thousands of videos, they could have looked at the people who were with the children and then made a list? We speculate that couldn't be done because the amount of paper needed for such an extensive list would have created a devastating carbon footprint that would have been unforgivable in the eyes of the public. Moving along, the FBI's statement concludes that Epstein definitely died by suicide. It reads, the conclusion that Epstein died by suicide is further supported by video footage from the common area of the special housing unit where Epstein was housed at the time of his death. And the DOJ puts their money where their mouth is because they released that very video footage. And then many pointed out that the video footage was edited, missing a minute of footage. As you can see here, forensics experts were able to assemble the missing minute of footage from outside of Epstein's cell. And as you can see, there's nothing to see here. And in completely coincidental news, the same week that all who are on Epstein's list that doesn't exist are cleared, Diddy was also cleared of the major charges against him. Fun fact, the prosecutor against Diddy is Maureen Comey, and during his trial, no one was named on his incriminating list or tapes. She was also the prosecutor against Ghislaine Maxwell, where it was found she trafficked minors to nobody. And she was also the prosecutor against Epstein in 2019, where no names were named, because it turns out there was never anybody else. Just like with Diddy and Maxwell. And she also happens to be the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, who recently made a death threat against President Trump. What does all that mean? It means justice is being served. Now, in spite of the FBI's conclusions, some still speculate that there is an Epstein list and that Trump is using it to blackmail the deep state. However, because a list doesn't exist as much as the deep state doesn't exist, We view that theory as a baseless conspiracy theory. And now a word from Elon.
I think the public will be rightly frustrated if no one is prosecuted for the Epstein client list, no one at all.
Well, the public might be frustrated, Elon, but that's just because they're too dumb to betray what their eyes and ears are telling them in the name of believing what the authorities are telling them. It's their own fault. And with all the guilty parties in the Epstein case behind bars, we'd like to thank the FBI and DOJ once again for finally bringing complete closure to this case so the public can sleep well at night and hopefully during the day as well. Good night! It's no mystery, we're living in a world where you will not be healthy by accident. And I think one of the most potent things people can do to increase their overall health, manage their weight, reduce their stress, sleep better, ultimately feel happier, is infrared saunas. For example, a study out of Finland showed that regular sauna use reduces all-cause mortality by 40%. But one of the biggest obstacles in the way is it can take a long time to drive to a sauna facility, or having your own sauna can be super expensive and take up a lot of valuable space in your home. But not anymore, because all those problems are solved with a Bond Charge infrared sauna blanket while delivering all the benefits. This is the sauna system I use in my home and that I rely on. The infrared sauna blanket is super powerful, heats up fast, and is convenient. When I'm using it, I just take it out of the closet, roll it out, use it. When I'm done, I wipe it down and put it away. On his podcast, I recently heard Joe Rogan say he takes his Bond Charge infrared sauna blanket everywhere he goes when he travels. I need to up my game. Bring all the benefits of infrared sauna into your life with the Bond Charge infrared sauna blanket. Go to bondcharge.com/JP and use discount code JP for 15% off. Also, for extra savings, know that all Bond Charge products are HSA FSA eligible, offering you up to a 40% tax-free savings. That's bondcharge.com/JP. Enjoy.